Mike from the Royal Montana family. Let's talk a little bit about the Chevy Bolt roller coaster. So Chevy has been doing weird things all along in the past in regards to EVs, and to be honest, I was never really totally happy with Chevy, with GM doing all their weird stuff, mainly motivated by being greedy and making money, all about money, not really taking care of consumers or the environment. And it seems like we're in a similar situation again. It's somewhat weird. I don't even know where to start. It's been such an up and down in regards to the Chevy Bolt over the past couple years. It's unbelievable. In 2020, they had a hard time selling their 2020 models. And that's actually when we purchased a Chevy Bolt, because wow, we got an $8,000 incentive from GM. Just like that, they wiped $8,000 off the MSRP. Also, dealers had a hard time getting rid of them at that time, and so they were willing to go low. And then, well, shortly after that, the whole battery thing started, and then recall after recall, but nothing was really done. Again, Chevy didn't take care of the consumer, and that was not really nice. In the beginning, it didn't affect us with the 2020 Chevy Bolt. It affected the 2017 through 2019s, and well, we were not affected at that point, but then later, guess what? We were affected too. Then all of a sudden we got the recall too, and I believe we got 3 recalls, and we haven't done any of them because, well, limiting my battery to 80% is totally senseless in my opinion. And I don't believe that they have a software that can figure out if the battery is bad or not. At least it can't figure it out until it's too late anyway, I think. So, and well, up to this day, there is still no battery replacement available for our 2020 Chevy Bolt. So, yeah, kind of weird. And so people got into the MSRP swap, and some got lucky and it went through. And some are still in the middle of it, and some had it relatively easy, but others had to fight and call GM over and over and over and over again. And it's been not like convenient and easy to do, it's been relatively tough to do. If I wasn't, since we didn't do an MSRP swap, maybe go watch Black Bolt's video. Black Bolt, the YouTube channel, he done an MSRP swap, so go check his videos out. He can give you information on what he did, and he had to be a little pushy too with GM to get this finally done relatively quick and early on. So I'm gonna post the link down below in the description so you can go over to his channel. Now anyway, so now here we are, June 2022, and weird things are happening again. GM just announced that they will drop the prices on the 2023 model, and wow, well, that's great, because that really puts the Bolt in a price range where I think it needs to be. But if you're in the middle of an MSRP swap right now, what does that mean for you? I mean, when you started that swap, the price was higher, and now the price is lower. This is kind of weird. Now what? How does that go? I don't know. Nobody has really figured it out yet. It seems like nobody knows, and there don't seem to be any official answers. I don't know. Are you in the middle of a swap? Do you have the answer? Leave a comment down below. Because I don't know, it is weird. What do you do? I mean, $6,000 or so cheaper, I believe, for the 2023 model. That's a lot of money. Now that said, in order to sell what is left at the dealerships, they got to drop those prices. So $6,000 off right there. But then, do you want to deal with a dealer? Dealers are so sneaky and greedy, it's unbelievable. Dealers, they can just increase the price because the MSRP, S stands for suggested retail price. So GM tells them this is what we suggest you sell it for, but the dealer can just tag on $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000. I mean, there's been like stuff about the Ford Lightning where Ford dealers added like $30,000, and this is ridiculous. I mean, dealers should not be allowed to do that. And I've heard of many Bolt owners or future Bolt owners that got stuck in this, where they found the car, they looked at it, they built it online, they found the car at the dealer, they looked at the MSRP did fit into their budget, and then they go to the dealer and the dealer says, no, that's going to cost you $4,000 more. What? You got to be kidding me. Why? Well, because the demand, so we increased the price. I mean, really? That's what dealers do, and that's why I don't like dealers. I'm sorry, I never really liked car dealers. I don't like salesmen. I'm sorry, never did. The best thing that ever came along is purchasing cars online at a set price, so I don't have to deal with a dealer. I mean, really? Come on. So yeah, again, this seems dumb to me. I don't know. Are you in such a situation? Let me know down below. I mean, I think it is ridiculous and it should not be that way. The MSRP should be a fixed price or a maximum price. Let's put it this way. A dealer should not be allowed to mark up any higher. That doesn't make any sense. They could give a discount from there if they wanted to, but mark it up? Really? No. But, well, I mean, to me all this seems to be upsetting again. Again, no real direction that GM is going in. I'm really happy with the price reduction for the 23 models, but you got to take care of the customers you currently have that are in the middle of an MSRP swap, that are still waiting on a battery. GM, come on, I mean, really? So, to me, at this point, this is very upsetting. Again, now that all that said, with the extreme price increases in electric cars overall, you know, it is weird that GM dropped the price for the 2023 model. Why? Every other manufacturer has been increasing prices consistently, and GM drops the price. Why? What's going on there? Doesn't give me a good feeling again. Are they trying to drop the Bolt out of the program now completely? We kind of assumed that earlier at some point, but then they came back, but not really. What is going on? Do you know? Do you have any ideas? Leave a comment down below. I mean, I'm a little confused about this whole situation here. It is a little tough. I really like the lower price for the 23 Bolt, no doubt about it. This will get more people into an electric car. That is the greatest thing ever. But if that makes the Bolt disappear, I don't think that's a really great thing, because the Bolt is a great car and it should stay in production for several more years at least. And it should stay in production and be available at the MSRP that GM advertises for the 23 models. So, I don't know. To me, pretty upsetting. Well, another thing, we actually have sold our Chevy Bolt. It was not a really easy decision, but it was what we had to do. So if you've been following the channel, you know we have 3 electric cars. We have the Chevy Bolt 2020, we have a 2018 Tesla Model 3, and we have a 2013 Tesla Model S with over 200,000 miles on it. The first car we got was the Tesla Model 3, and that was back in 2018 when it was first available and brand new. We had a reservation in for it for 2.5 years. We waited on this sucker, but we finally got it. And my daughter at the time, only about 10 years old, she said, "I love this car, I want this car." And I told her, well, you start saving money, you'll get it if you can purchase it at a certain price by the time you get the driver's license when you're 16. So she is 14 now. We're 4 years later. She has been saving money, and we purchased the Model 3 to keep. So we paid it off as quickly as we could. We made a huge down payment on it. We also purchased a full self-driving for it, which was an extra chunk of money. So we don't want to get rid of this car. We can't get rid of this car. This is basically going to be my daughter's car here in about 2 years, I guess. So we could definitely not sell it. Then the 2013 Model S we just purchased about a year ago, and its intention was for a project, but well, we got into the car, we never even really looked at it. It really just had a specific purpose at the time, but we went and picked it up in Portland, Oregon, and we walked past it, going to the dealership, signing the papers, walk out, load our stuff, got in, and we were shocked. The car was in such great condition inside. It looked nice on the outside too, but inside condition was great. We started driving, there was no rattles, nothing. It was just great. The only thing that popped up was a TPMS, tire pressure monitoring system fault. But other than that, it was just perfect. And my wife really liked it, and she said, "I would like to keep this car." And well, we did. So, and this Model S is still eventually intended for the project that I have planned. And so basically the only one at that point we could sell was the Chevy Bolt. The Chevy Bolt is such a great car. It's been doing so good for us, but with the extremely high prices for used electric cars, we were contacted by a local dealer here in town, and they offered us a pretty high price, and we were kind of surprised that the dealer would offer such a high price. And well, we didn't decide, we didn't want to sell it to the dealer necessarily, because they just wanted the car, and we just purchased another brand new set of rims for it that were takeoffs from a Chevy Bolt EV, and so that we would have 2 sets, because that's what we do with our cars. We have 2 sets of wheels so we can swap summer and winter tires. So we just purchased that, but the dealer said, "I'm not interested, just put summer tires on, whatever, I don't care, or all season tires, I don't want no winter tires, and I don't care about the other wheels." And it's like, yeah, no, that's not what I want to do. And so we decided to list it, and a very nice gentleman from Utah came up here and picked it up a couple weeks ago. And yeah, they gladly took all the wheels. they didn't have an issue. I'm sure they have good use out of the wheels, since now there was a set of snow tires still on it that are still good for another winter. There was a set of actually the factory all-season tires that are still good for another season, and then there was the brand new set of 4 wheels with brand new tires, factory tires on it as well. So, and I can't lie, we made good money on it. We're really happy with that. Every car was up, every electric car is up, so we needed the money because we need a new car for my wife, a different car. She's a realtor here in rural Montana, and that requires her quite frequently to show properties that are not necessarily easy accessible dirt roads, sometimes very tough dirt roads. And what we have been missing in our fleet of cars is something with 7 seats. So we used to have our daily driver way back when, which was a Honda Accord. Then we had a Chrysler Town and Country, a minivan with the 7 seats. And then we had our pickup truck. And that's the fleet we need for everything we do. And so for a couple of years now we did not have that, and we had to arrange here and there. So yeah, and we have a reservation in for a Rivian R1S. That will be the first real SUV, the first real electric SUV. And at this point we're planning on taking delivery of this R1S. We are actually in the middle of our delivery window, but still have not heard anything, so I assume it will be late as always. But in order to purchase this Rivian, we had to sell a car, and the Bolt was the one that had to go, unfortunately. I really loved this car. It was great. I did Lyft and Uber with it. It's a great car in town. We took it out traveling. It can go the distance. I mean, if it would charge at least twice as fast as it does, man, that would be the perfect car. I mean, yeah, it's not a large car. It's not really a family car, but man, really like the Bolt. But unfortunately, we had to let it go so that we can then purchase the Rivian R1S. Well, so in any event, let me know what you think about all this GM stuff going on in regards to the Bolt and the Bolt EV. Let me know, leave a comment. I'm wondering what you think about this. To me, I like the price drop. I don't like that the dealers are allowed to increase the price above the MSRP. I think that is BS. I'm sorry, that is totally no good. Also, I'm still not happy that GM hasn't been capable of taking care of all these Bolt owners that are still waiting on a battery. I'm not very happy that their MSRP swaps are going so slow. I just hear so many negative things about it. It's unbelievable. Once in a while there's a good story where people finally take delivery of their MSRP swap car. Most of them shoot for a new Bolt or Bolt EV, which is great. Unfortunately, I've seen some that swayed away from electric and get something else. How could you do that? I mean, really? I don't get it. I'm sorry. I would never go back to a nice car. Electric is the way to go. I mean, I have never had less problems, never had lower cost of ownership than with an electric car. So it's definitely the way to go. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, please. And before we end this video, I want to point out something else. We actually started a Redbubble store. If you're not familiar with Redbubble, it's a store where you can purchase print products like t-shirts and other stuff. And the reason that we started this is I wanted to make a t-shirt to kind of tick off my friends, some of the family, co-workers and so on. Over the past decade or decade and a half, I was teased by all of them because I've been an electric geek for a long time, talking about electric cars, and they just made fun of me the whole time. So I made some t-shirts. This is one of them here. So now, with the gas prices being extremely high, it is my turn to make fun of them. And probably you had some experiences like me. And if you want to kind of make fun of them now without really having to say anything, here, this is the way to go. I made several of those. They're on our Redbubble store. There's a link down below in the description, so go down there, click on it. We also have other t-shirts that I designed, and we keep adding new designs as we go, so keep checking back. There may be something you like even better that's coming up. And we're not making much money on those, I'm gonna tell you straight out. There's a 20% profit margin on these items that will be used for supporting our channel here, because it's not cheap. I mean, we don't do this full time. We're not full-time YouTubers. We're doing this on the side, and it takes a lot of time, extra time. We still have to work full-time, but we have to buy, or we had to buy, camera equipment. We gotta update one of our, the one GoPro we have. We only have one. It's actually right here. This is the one we have, a 7 black that we bought from Costco when it was on sale, because the 8 came out. And now I think it's 10, or I don't know how far ahead they are. So we need to stay on top of all these electronics too, to keep making this video. We're hoping to bring more people on board of sustainable transport, sustainable living, and so on and so forth. I mean, yeah, this is the idea of this channel. So yeah, please, if you would like to support us, first of all, give us a thumbs up for every video. That definitely helps. Subscribe to our channel. It doesn't cost anything. You don't get no spam mail or anything. So even if you're maybe not into necessarily all of the stuff we have, please subscribe. I mean, it just helps the channel, and it helps us to promote electric cars and sustainable transport and so on. Share our videos. There's a share button below the video there. Click the share it, put it on your Facebook, you know. Share those videos. That also helps. And now you can help us by purchasing products at our Redbubble store. And like I said, the markup is 20%. That's it. I mean, at a $15 t-shirt, 20%, that is less than $3 that we make on this t-shirt. So, but we would appreciate your help with promoting our channel, so we can promote sustainable transport, EV, sustainable living, and so on and so forth. In any event, thank you for watching. Goodbye.